Hey, you guys. How's things? Hope you guys are all doing well and, being productive and all that. Um, so I've been kind of working on, well, really working on, not kind of, working on getting some journals done. I was extremely inspired by Wendy's video that she did recently where she was embellishing a journal that she had purchased from me. And I'll leave a link to the video that I'm talking about in the description. So she bought one of the just real simple, kind of plain cover journals that I had last month. And I don't know, I just thought it was really cool because that's exactly what I always think that people will do when they buy my more like naked journals. They're kind of just like a blank slate for you to make your own. And anyway, so it was really cool. And she said that she's hoping to do kind of like a series where she's working in it and the inside of it too. So she was mostly just working on the cover in the video, but I'm super excited to see what else she does in there because I never get to see what anybody does in my journals that they buy, So anyway, so I thought, okay, well, I better pull out some of the other journals that I wanted to do kind of along those lines, just in case anybody is thinking, oh, I want to do that. So I had some really cool, so these obviously are not done, but I had found this set of Reader's Digest that were all just, the plain covers. Like, aren't these cool? They're all just kind of like these pastel shades. So yeah, so those were pretty cool. This is one I've never had before. It's kind of fat, and then there's some other Reader's Digest. So there's this set too. So see, these are just kind of like almost like denim, but these would be perfect for doing what she's doing on those on that journal that she got from me. And then I also have this set of these are the Junior Classics children's like storybooks. I've done some prep on the covers. Like, these were real thin on the spines. The fabric was real thin. So I just added a piece of chipboard in the center, and then added some fabric. And I am going to be stitching these on the sewing machine, hopefully. if I can get one of the old, heavy duty vintage machines to cooperate, then I'll probably be doing it on one of those. So anyway, so I just wanted to show you guys that I've been working on those, and just in case anybody is ever curious what it looks like when I've pulled papers for making 25 journals, this is kind of what it looks like. I just basically, go through like a book, pull out pages, fold them, trim them if I need to. And if you'll notice, most of these are the same size, right? Like, most of these covers are about the same size. These are slightly narrower, slightly thinner. So when I'm cutting my pages, I generally would cut them to fit the smaller of the set, right? And then I'll just make a few exceptions and make some bigger pages, and then I try to hold those out to go into the wider journals. Anyway, so yeah, so I just basically, decide what kind of paper I want to use, and if I have enough of it to split out into however many journals I'm working on, and then I just sit down to cut and paper. These are all end papers from a whole bunch of Reader's Digests, so those will be used as pages in those. I went through all my well, not all, but a big box of scrapbook paper, like offcuts and stuff that I've had for quite a long time. Pulled out some pieces to use, book pages, more book pages. And then, so like these, these came out of one of those little big book for moms, little big book for of life, little big book of animals. So there are these books that are kind of like they're square shape. Well, they're that size. And they're really cool because they have all these vintage images and stuff in them, and all these little poems and things like that. Sometimes there's recipes in them and whatnot, and they're just great to use in junk journals. So, so I pull those out, and rather than trimming them, I would be losing quite a bit if I trimmed them to fit into those covers. So I just fold them. I just fold them up in, you know, different ways. And some I fold narrower, some I fold, you know, not so narrow, but, you know, I just try to think about how I'm folding each page to kind of maximize, I don't know, I guess impact or something on them. So I have a couple more of those. I might actually gut another one and go ahead and use those in these journals too. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of show you guys sort of what it looks like, you know, before I start sorting out papers and how much paper it actually takes to fill that many journals. So you can see I've got, these are just all like blank papers. This is a whole stack of end papers, not those, but these are all end papers from different books that I've saved, books that I've gutted, and so I'll be using these in those journals. I actually have a whole bunch more of these, so I might actually add some more. It depends. So once I get to the point where I'm actually sorting this out into piles, so I will clear off the dining room table and I'll just start dealing this paper into piles, and I'll make 25 piles because I've got 25 journals to fill. And then so that way everything kind of gets evenly dispersed, you know. So once I get all of this sorted into those piles, then I'll take each stack and kind of pile it up, and then just stick it inside the book and see if it's enough, you know. And if it's not enough, then I'll go back to the filing cabinets and the bookshelves, and I'll just pull more stuff to fill these up. I also want to add envelopes to these, so those actually are kind of bulky, so I might wind up at that point, once I get that whole stack, if I have just enough room, I'll add some envelopes into the centers of the signatures, and those are always nice, because with the naked journals I generally don't add a lot of pockets. You know, usually I'll put some kind of pocket on the front and the back, but I don't go through the pages and add pockets. I like people to be able to do that in their own journal, but I will sometimes add envelopes in the center of the signatures. I just really like the way that looks. Plus, I think it's handy. It's a nice place for you as the end user to kind of store the things that you want to use on the pages surrounding that, you know, in that signature or whatever. So anyway, so I just wanted to show you guys what that kind of looks like, and let you know that I do have some journals coming that I think would be really fun to play with. I love making journals. That's just what I love doing, and if that's all I could do for the rest of my life, I'll be so happy. What else was I going to say? I can't remember. If it comes to me, I'll say it. But so I've been wanting to do another live sale, but I don't know. I just haven't had the time really to think about it and kind of prepare that, you know, and get ready to do that. But I still had a whole bunch of the paper, like ephemera stuff out from the last time I did a live sale, and I did the Build-A-Bundles, you know, and I thought, okay, I have these boxes. I had purchased this giant lot of ephemera from a contact, I guess, here in Spokane, who had picked up all of this stuff from an estate where he went to do like a clean out, you know. And so he called me up and asked me if I wanted this bank ephemera, and it was just all these letters that had been written to the Bank of Lind here in Washington. And so one of the things that I got were these 3 boxes, these transfer boxes full of letters that had been written to the bank. So I pulled everything out of them, but I've had these boxes for a long time, and I've always thought that it would be really cool to just stuff them full of stuff and sell them as one bundle, you know, just like one big box of like, you know, the ultimate kind of ephemera pack, you know. So that's what I did. And as I was putting away all my stuff from that previous live sale, I pulled out a whole bunch of it and I put it into these bundles. So, and it was really fun because, you know, a lot of the things that I don't have like 12 of them. I only had 3. So it was nice that I could, you know, just feel like I was evenly distributing everything into these packs. I did wind up having to use another little cigar box for each one. But this will fit into a medium priority box, a medium priority, one of the longer boxes. I did check to make sure. So that's great because shipping this would be kind of a, you know what, but anyway, so let me show you what's in these, and then I'll let you know what the cost will be. So they're just, these boxes are so cool. I've just had them sitting around and always wanted to, you know, either do something, use them or something, but they're slightly fragile. Like, you know, they're not, I mean, these are old. These are from like 1910, you know, so they've been around the block. You can see there's some damage on the corners and stuff, but they're made out of wood and they are covered with like a craft type paper. So these would be great if you wanted to decorate them or, you know, use these for storage in your craft room too. So the way you open it is there's this little, it's kind of not closing all the way because it's really packed full of stuff, but you just push this little metal piece down and that opens the lid, and then that will drop down. So it just becomes, I mean, just the boxes themselves I think are super cool. Anyway, so see, there's tons of stuff in these, you guys. So I'm just going to go through here and show you what's in it, okay? So if anybody remembers, I had done these bundles, these like collage bundles, where I just pulled out a whole bunch of stuff from my big box of collage fodder, okay? And, you know, it's just all kinds of like pieces of ledger and book pages, you know, just all kinds of cool stuff that I use when I'm collaging. And so I put like a bundle of that into one of these bags, and then like a handful of postage stamps. Just like a handful of postage stamps, and then a bunch of other little ephemera pieces, okay? I'm not going to open this up and show you everything that's in there, but anyway, so that, and then, you know, like some milk caps and stuff like that. So so that's part of what was in that bundle. And then there was also, oh, and just in case you're wondering, this is going to be through PayPal. Okay, I'm not going to put these in my Etsy shop. These are going to be PayPal only. And I would appreciate prompt payment, by the way, since there's only 3 of these. And I could definitely use the money. I would appreciate, you know, quick payment if you can. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. But so then there's some little book plates, and then I added a couple of the little label stamps in each one. Some of them were label stamps that I had used, but you know, no big deal. And then I also included one of those little stencils, the number stencils. See, it's for like numbering a book page. And then I added one of the little brass number stencils, just a single number, the larger number. And then this is just kind of a collection of other things that you can collage on. This is going to take forever to go through this, but this is all just little things with handwriting, little pages from notebooks, like real small little notebooks that I have, and pages from autograph books. There were some photo, some copied things that I printed off that I thought would be fun to use in collage. These are on sticker paper, by the way. Some stickers, some rub off little things. These are like rub off ones. And then some stickers from the, the sticker books. A lot of this stuff is printed. These are printed. And some other like things that I thought would be really fun to use when you're making like art tiles or making charms or things like that. And some of it's on sticker paper and some of it's not. But I just had so much of that stuff that I had already printed off. I thought I'm just going to split it up. And then some of my original collage, this is just done on some file folder, but this isn't printed off. This is the original collage. So I thought if you wanted to use this as like a base or something. And then there's some other collages that I've done and scanned, and I printed off, some of those for you. And then just some pieces of file folder. So anyway, so that's, it's basically like everything you need to do some really cool collaging, and some labels and whatnot. You have to trim them yourself, but it's whatever. Okay, so this goes back in here. Okay, so I've showed you those bundles before anyway. I'll show. Don't let me forget to show you what's in that box though. Okay, and then I gave you a selection of cabinet cards. Okay, so here's like a little boy, and then a little girl, and then a gentlemanly gentleman, and then a lady. And then I had a bunch of couples that were, like wedding photos. And then there's a family, a smaller one of children, and then there's a tintype in each one too. So there's a tintype for that one. And then there's another smaller portrait in each one. This one does happen to be a tintype, but I don't think all 3 bundles have 2 tintypes, but each bundle has at least one. Okay. Some little couple bingo cards. These are some little flashcards that somebody made these, but I think they're super cool. I want those stamps. I think those stamps are really neat. Somebody made these and cut them out of a file folder. If anybody has, though, I don't know, maybe they're not stamps. Maybe they're just printed, but they're super cool, aren't they? Anyway, these are a couple pages from just an old, book from like the late 1800s, and I just love the images. So I saved those. What else is in here? There's a lot of stuff in here, you guys. These are some like order forms. So there's like maybe 7 or 8 of those. This one has, so some of these are going to have things that the other ones don't, but so this one has like that lady. And then I had a bunch of these like photo envelopes. This is a collection of somebody's like snapshots, like from the 50s or something, but I just think those things are so cool. And then a bunch of like saver books. So this one has, I just split up the rest of the green stamp, red stamp, you know, books that I had left. Some of this, like this one doesn't have any stamps in it, but I think that the pages are cool too. And then some green stamps. You know, here's another photo envelope. Okay, so that stuff. I'm trying to put this away or over here in a way that I can remember how it goes back in here. And then, let's see, I gave you a whole stack of Tunidex cards. So there's maybe 8 or 10 of them. The little Tunidex cards. So these are for, you know, a specific song. Some price tags. These are original old, you know, vintage price tags that actually bought these at a, like a antique mall here in Spokane. Just random little pieces of ephemera. A lot of these are pieces that I have scanned before. This is an old driver's license. Expired in 1933. This is from somebody's, like a pay stub or something. This is just a little picture. This was a little, like an advertisement. Pipe cleaner packaging. So I always pull the library card envelopes off of books when I get them. So I just have had a whole stack of them. A whole bunch of postcards that I thought would be fun. These are all postcards from Japan. There's like 4. These are vintage postcards though, but they're all places around Japan. Those 4. A couple of recipe cards, like handwritten recipe cards, like there's broccoli supreme and recipe for zucchini bread, you know. And then some other postcards that I thought would be fun to collage on, or to possibly use in the same way that that Wendy did when she was embellishing that that journal. And then these are some canceled checks from 1907, something like that. Old vintage checks. This is just a little card. This is newer. It's a little map of Paris. These are ration stamps from France. There's a lot of French ephemera in here. Some bridge score sheets. I think there's 2 here. This is one of the little divider cards that I got from Louise. So if I say it's from Louise, then that means that it's French, okay? This is also from Louise, little bingo game. A couple of, this was actually a, like a photo album that I cut apart, and it's got glassine on there. There's a little tab so you can slip something inside of it. It's like a little pocket. You know what I'm saying? See, it's glassine there. Anyway, those are kind of fun. This is just a little, this is just the cover from a little, like a flyer. These are some more like accounts payable forms, but I think they're neat on the back too. From a fuel company, some kind of fuel company, probably like if you had oil delivered to your home for heat. Some more bridge score sheets, and then I put one of each of these in there, a night letter, and then also a telegram. These are originals. A couple of these telephone directory pages, something you would have by your, you know, your phone or whatever. Oh, here's some more green stamps. I had a lot of green stamps. So then I did, so that's some of the like ephemera stuff. There's more down in here. And then I went through all my envelopes and I pulled out just like a selection of envelopes that I thought would be useful. I love these policy envelopes. These are so fun. And then some paper bags, some larger like manila envelopes. These are kind of like oversized. And then this one is a neat like interoffice correspondence envelope. Um, so those, and then a whole other little collection of different envelopes and stuff, paper bags. These are so cute. I think I actually bought these on eBay. These little tiny paper bags. They're so cute. They're like perfect. You would like usually find these in hardware stores, you know, or like in a candy shop or something like that. A couple of like jewelry repair envelopes. I don't know what these were for. I think these were for seeds. So you would, you know, you could put your seeds in there, and then this is wire, you know, to close it up. So there's a couple of those. These envelopes are really cool. Actually, this is a card and an envelope. This is like handmade paper, and then the envelope. So those are actually pretty cool. And this is one of those things where I think I had 6 of them, so each one of these bundles got 2. And then I gave you 5 of 3 different sizes of library pockets. Okay, and then some coin envelopes, a couple different sizes of coin envelopes. Those are the larger ones. And then these are like gift card envelopes. Tons of envelopes and stuff. And then I forgot I had these. These are little tea bags that you could like coffee dye or something like that. Little tea bags. So those go there. There's one of these like petal envelopes in each bundle. And then each bundle's got a little like pocket dictionary. So this one has a Webster's dictionary. I love these little dictionaries. But I thought it was time to share some of these. So anyway, so this one has that one. And then this is just the cover of this book, but I thought these would be kind of fun to make a little mini journal in. And then I gave you, each one has like a small book that I thought would make a beautiful little mini journal, little hardcover book. So of course that includes all the paper that's in it. Okay, so this one has this beautiful little kind of turquoise color book. 2 of these dividers that I've had for a long time, and I've always wanted to use in journals, but I've just never found a way to use them. And then there's like 5 of these pages from one of the Sewer Bee books, mostly like grasses and, you know, flowers and, you know, those types of things, just like leaves, flowers, you know. Couple pages from the Flower Children book. So there's 4 images on each, you know, double page. So, and I believe these are out of copyright. So these are like public domain images. So you could actually copy those if you wanted to. Some pages from the French encyclopedia that I have actually copied, but these are the originals. So this one is the reptiles. This one is the mushrooms or champignons. And then mollusks and fish. Okay, so there's 4 of those pages. A couple signatures from this really beautiful book on poetry. So there's two signatures from that book in each bundle. This is actually a book that somebody wrote. So this is actual handwritten pages from this big journal that I got. I don't remember where it came from, but somebody was writing like a history book or something. And so this is all like original handwriting. So there's a signature in there. And then I gave you a whole bunch of these pages from this, this like school book. It was almost like a homeschool type of thing though. And I just thought these pages were so cool that they could be used for all kinds of different things in collage, or, you know, to make little flashcards, or to scan these. Showing my age. photocopying. This is another book that I thought had just beautiful images, and I love the poems. It's just this really beautiful book on nature, poetry that relates to nature. The Legend of the Lily, just gorgeous. And some seabirds. And I did include in each one, I tried to include some type of image like this with, like, you know, children in the garden or something like that. So something along those lines. Sweet Nature is the name of the book. This is the title page. And then I took a bunch of pages from, I had this book. This is a German book, probably like for children, to identify, you know, everyday objects in English and then again in German. And just like a little picture of each item. Okay. So if there's a half page, it's because at some point I tore off the top or something. But anyway, like, I love this, like turnip, like the little turnip, you know. So I just thought those looked like fun to play with, you know. And I don't know why I've never actually used many of them, but I haven't. And so then each one I put, so this is stuff from Louise. So these are little envelopes. There's 4 empty envelopes, which are just gorgeous, in each bundle. And then one of these little puzzles, each one has a different bird. They're all birds. I think the other one is a swan, and then there's one that's an oriole. So it's actually 4 pieces. See? And I don't know what the purpose was of this initially in its life, but they're very cool. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so that. And then here, let me move this stuff up here. This is a page from, actually a couple pages from a French agenda. Another little French notebook. This was the French songbook. So this is, you know, and a lot of the stuff is, you know, you could scan it to your heart's content. Page from the old French geography book. Another French notebook, 1881, I think, or 1811. I don't know. Anyway, and then some letters that were in some of the envelopes that I got from her. So some are older than others, but all original handwritten letters. This is another like accounting book from France, from Louise. But it's just yummy. Look at the numbers on it. I just love numbers. A couple of sheet music from Louise with just beautiful covers. And the music is just inside. Usually they're just 2 pages like that. Aren't those gorgeous? And then some other French, like bank ephemera. There's another one. This is kind of like a little bundle that went to like a particular account. But they've got the little stamps and stuff all over them, and all the just cool little numbery things. Oh my gosh. Open up. There we go. See, so those are like 4 pages there, and it's got the little pin holding it together, a little bank pin. This is another handwritten letter, French letter. Most of the rest of the stuff in here is French. Another piece from the bank. Some more smaller pieces of French ephemera from the bank. Just little bits, little pieces. This was actually like a contract. There were 2 different ones that I had, and each one had 3 pages, so I just split it up into each bundle. Another page from an agenda. And then I took what I had left of the copybook. So this is that really cool tissue that I love to use in collage. So each bundle has 3 pages from that. And then this is another little bundle of ephemera that I had put together a while back. A lot of it is French stuff, like all this stuff in the front is French stuff. And then this is other just random, like bank ephemera from the bank letters and things like that. I don't know if that even qualifies as ephemera, but I think it does. Anyway, this is a piece of ledger that is great for using in collage. The paper is kind of brittle. That's why I say for collage probably. And then a stack of delicious book pages. So these were actually, you know, from the book page bundles that I had put together before. Mostly foreign language. Lots of dictionaries, lots of really old books. Some in French, some German, some Italian, some Latin, some French, just all kinds of different languages. There's some more pages from that poetry book. But these are my favorite. These ones. I just love them. They were written in German, you know, to learn the Spanish language. And then there was another one that was learning, I can't remember, I think it was Italian. And then there was one to learn French. But I took apart a lot of my small dictionaries and put pages into these bundles. Okay, so let's see if I can get this stuff back in here. And then I'll show you what's in this little cigar box. I'm honestly not trying to make it like super mysterious or anything. It's just, okay, and then put that there. I can't remember how I had this stuff in here. Have to kind of spread it out sort of evenly. I can't remember how I did this before. Whoops, God, I hope I didn't turn that off. Okay. I accidentally hit the mouse. Okay, so I believe that's pretty good. I just have to make sure it's going to close easily. Yeah, so it closes easily. And see, it snaps and holds shut really well. So that's that one. Let me show you what's in the little cigar box. So I put some of those little watch repair tags that I got. I bought these on eBay. Aren't those cool though? I just love them. And then some tickets. There's a whole bunch of tickets. These are all from the Snohomish School District, but who cares? And then these are all different price tags, little sale price tags. Some are like used ones, like this one. There was a thrift store I used to go to, and that's how they priced everything. So I used to save all those price tags. Each one of these boxes, I put one of my little Lilliput foreign language dictionaries in. Okay, I've never sold one of these. I'm just saying. So these are the coolest little tiny dictionaries. Do me a favor and look on eBay and see what the cost of these are. Just go check and look. This one's not really old, but 1961. So it does have the plastic cover, but I kept all the ones that had like the paper cover and stuff, the really old ones. But anyways, I just love these little tiny dictionaries. They're great for collage. Some hat claim checks or coat check tags, some word flashcards, some other little words, some strips. I don't remember what this was, but it was some learning game. And then I just did a few playing cards that had really cool backs on them. These are some little cards that have letters on them that I thought could be useful for lots of different things. A little mini flashcard. This is a little French, I don't remember what it's for like a garage, right? This is also a French like baggage tag or shipping tag. That's a little French thingy, another little French thingy, some Happy New Year and Christmas from Louise. This is from like a candy store, I think. I don't remember. I can't speak French. I have to learn French one of these days. Anyways, and then these are just little French like flashcards, language learning cards. These also came from Louise. These are like bus tickets, I think. Then a bunch of the little word cards, the little French word cards. So those are the little tiny ones, and then these are some of the larger ones, okay? And then I had like a little, these are like vintage 70s or something, but an old maid card or an old maid game, and then some other game. But I just thought these were kind of fun. Little mini playing cards. Some more little word cards. Some other little vintage flashcards. There's like a little stack of them, and then just like a different set of flashcards. Okay, so that's what's in these bundles, you guys. There's tons of stuff in here. And I was able to actually get what was left into 2 drawers, so that's good. And I need to sell some of this stuff because I need to get new stuff, right? Anyway, so these will be through PayPal. Please send me an email if you're interested in purchasing one of these packs. And I'm going to do them for $100 plus shipping. And I know that, some of you might be like, that's a lot, but it's really not if you think about what's in here. I could have pieced this out and done it like in a live sale and probably, charge 3 times that for what is in each one of these bundles. Just saying. I say that all the time, but I know I don't have to justify, but here's one of the other bundles. I mean, really, it's quite a collection of stuff. So if you are somebody who is like, first of all, just starting out making like vintage style junk journals, this would give your collection quite a little boost, and you'd have lots and lots of stuff to play with. Okay, I mean, there's just, each one of them is just packed full. Anyway, so if you're interested, send me an email and I will send you an invoice promptly. And yeah, see, this one has 1 tintype in it, but yeah. If you would like me to send you pictures of the other ones, I can do that, but just want you to know that I have a feeling they'll probably be spoken for quickly. So, just so you know. I won't be able to hold the invoice for you until you get paid or anything like that. It's just something, it's just at this point in my life, I can't really do that at the moment. Because I need the money, to be honest. So I'll just come out with it. But this one has a little tiny, I love this dictionary. And I've never seen that one before. Anyway, the rest of the most of this one is pretty similar to the other one. If you really need to see, you know, other pictures of one of these, then I can do that. But let's just say that they're all the same with very minor differences. And if you would like one, send me an email and I'd be happy to send it to you. So just to give you an idea, priority mail shipping for a medium priority box is about $15. So to cover the fees for me to actually, because I would wind up paying out of pocket a little bit for it, and I just really don't want to do that. So I'm going to probably charge $17 for shipping, just because eBay, or not eBay, but PayPal will charge me a fee. So anyway, they charge a fee on all your sales anyway. So anyway, $100 plus shipping. And then you know, if anybody would like me to hang on to one of these other journals that the journals that I'm working on, I could probably do that. I you know, I generally don't. I was going to do some like pre-orders on some other journals, but I decided against doing that. But anyways, some of you might ask me to hold on to one of these for you, and I'm happy to do that also. Just let me know. Okay? All right, guys. I love you. Thanks for watching. Boy, that was a long video. Okay. Bye for now. Oh, my email is going to be right there. Okay. Bye for now.